You have a nice day as well. Now, where were we?
You were just about to tell us which of those three did it.
You are so sure of yourself. Seems to me you're hiding something, Miss O'Toole.
I know she's hiding something.
And you know nothing.
And there's that attitude again. She's a very rude person.
I am not a rude or angry person, actually. It's just I get irritated when I'm surrounded by annoying and devious people.
I've found Buck to be pretty annoying.
Who asked you?
I think it's time we continue our investigation.
Yeah. I, for one, would like to get this thing over with.
Before we start, shouldn't we be doing something with Buck?
We must leave that to the authorities.
And where are they anyway?
Oh, you know Cooper. He always tries to do too much.
Trust me, I don't think he's doing too much today.
How are you doing out there? Do you have it figured out yet? If you're like me, you have a lot of questions. So at this time, I'd like to open things up to you for you to ask questions to any of the suspects. So here's how we're going to do this. If you have a question, please raise your hand, and when we call on you, my partner, Trixie, will bring the mic to you and just speak loudly so everybody can hear you. All right, are we ready?
I have a question.
I'm terribly sorry, but it's their turn.
I really think that...
Who would like to start? Yes, the girl in the front row. Please stand up.
Connie, where was the safe?
The safe? It's in his in the garage in his office.
Good question. Anybody else have a question? The boy by the girl with the... Yes.
Junior, why did you give Frank a check for $300?
Oh.
Well, I was paying Mr. Frank to fix my truck. Yes, I did fix your truck for $300, but I also gave you the combination and showed Buck the combination too.
That's very interesting.
Did you just lie?
That's what I'm hearing, but I
I
don't
heard that
know.
too.
Does anybody else have a question? Yes?
Rona, as you call yourself.
Oh.
What were you doing running down the street early in the morning toward the post office?
A good question.
I'm pretty sure it's for me, not for you.
Oh.
Anyways, I was going to Connie's cup of coffee because, her coffee is amazing. When I realized that I forgot the keys, and I was like, oh, I really need those keys. So I had to run back, and then I, got my car, drove back, and here we are.
These are some good questions. Anybody else? The boy in the back.
Why are there tools by Buck's feet?
Does anybody else want to answer that, or can I?
You're the inspector. You should know.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
he was probably working on the table, accidentally hit his head with one of the tools, and so that's why he fell.
Oh, he did. So suddenly we didn't kill him? Oh.
I don't know. We'll have to figure that one out.
Maybe it was you.
I don't know. Anyways, we're going to move on. Yes. That.
So it's under my understanding that Buck had $5,000 in his possession. Is that correct?
No.
Was it
Yes.
4,000?
Well, Rona gave him 5,000.
Yeah. So it's also my understanding that that Frank wants to open a warehouse.
Yes, that's true. So,
It's also my understanding that Frank doesn't have the money to do that right now.
Oh.
Frank! Seems like you went
I'm not
for
saying
money,
that
I guess.
$5,000 is like $1 million or something, but it's still $5,000 that
You could do a
you
lot
didn't
with
have and your brother did
$5,000.
have.
you, right there, think that I would kill my brother.
I certainly didn't kill him.
Okay. So, but I wouldn't do that. I just.
Okay. Next question, I guess.
Connie, did you get permission from your dad to date Buck?
Oh, that's a good question.
Of course I did. I'm also in my late 20s. So,
Okay, we're gonna have 2 more questions. This lady in the front row.
All right.
Guess he's a lady.
Connie, when did you stop dating Buck?
Do you mean Frank?
Didn't I say?
I mean, Buck died today.
I mean, Buck died, so.
Can I ask the questions? Okay, everybody wants to know about Frank. Okay, when did you stop dating Frank?
I guess it must have been about 6 months ago.
Isn't that the same time his dad died?
Don't listen.
Crying is a great cover-up.
No, it's just when Buck Delaney Sr. died, it was so sad.
So you decided to make it worse?
No, it's just that Buck was so much like his father.
Oh, so you like his dad?
No! No!
That's what I heard.
Oh.
You heard wrong.
Or you said wrong.
Okay, Rona, we're gonna be
Whatever.
done with that. We're gonna have our last question now. Yes.
So, Frank, I heard that you and your brother were fighting really bad the other day, and somebody had to come and break up your fight.
Oh.
Oh. When you hear that? I don't think that's true.
I don't know. Thank you all so much for your questions. They were very helpful, and it's just so refreshing to be among such well-trained and astute minds. Right, Trixie?
Yes, thank you.
All right.
Hello?
Yes?
Yes?
Would this be the time I may ask my question?
I don't see why not.
Well, I was wondering if the mayor could give us some insight to this situation. After all, he did know the Delaney family very well. So could he shed some light into this situation?
That's not a bad idea, Junior.
Is the mayor out there? Yes. Mr. What's his name?
Douglas Stein, but everyone calls him
Shorty. Yeah, I'm Shorty.
Mr.
I'm short.
Stein, we would appreciate your insight into this little situation. Would you mind answering a couple of questions?
Certainly.
From your perspective, what kind of person was Buck Delaney?
Oh, Buck, he was a great boy. Yeah.
Thank you.
Mr. Stein, you have known each of these people for quite some time, and you've heard what they've had to say here this evening. I'm going to put you on the spot here, Mr. Stein. Who do you think would have the motive to do such a thing?
Well, I don't like to talk bad about any of the people in my good town. But, I don't know. I did get a weird call from Connie. She was asking about some kind of business arrangement, talking about a marriage proposal in the body shop. I don't really know what that was about. But, man, that Rona and her attitude, it's so hard to take. So it's between those two for me.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Stein. You've been very helpful. Well, I'm afraid the time has come. There's no more evidence to share. The only thing left to do is to put your creative juices to work and come to a conclusion. I'm going to suggest that we take a 5-minute break for you to process everything you've seen, read, heard, and observed. At the end of the 5 minutes, we will determine who you think the murderer is. At that point, our jobs will be done, and we will hand this matter over to the local police. I think that's it, right?
We expect you all to be here when we return.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
Do
Well,
I have your
almost the most
cooperation?
I'll be here if that's what you mean.
That's what we mean.
Great.
See you all right back here in 5 minutes.
It's fine. I think I'll just play off of it or something.
Would you like to grab it?
Just now. Oh, okay, good. It's because
Here you go. It's like cheese Danish.
It's for like live bait. No,
You have something to
I think it's
say?
just you. Are you gonna stand back here and do it? Or are you gonna go back?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Would you like cheese? I mean, a Danish? A cheese.
You think a lot of people are gonna believe what she said, or do you think they just like are gonna like let it pass?
yeah, I think we're gonna pass because I messed up.
But I mean, like, do you think that?
Have you looked in the mirror today? Oh, boom roasted.
Okay, my dad thought I was trying. Kids, that's what I was trying. Call on Avery.
If Isaac,
Yeah, Isaac, I'm not calling on Isaac ever again. Dang it, Isaac. No, yeah, but along the lines, that's what I meant. Thing is, I didn't say that he was still alive, so that's good. I should have just said he was probably working on something. Skip that. I should have skipped all of that.
I have something to say. You cry all day.
See, one of the characters.
I was like, only him.
What? You wanna go?
I did too.
You're at work.
Then Frank's excuse for not saying anything is just crying. Like that, when he responded that, it didn't even make any sense.
I mean, he did really good with the crying.
Miss Cup, I was like laughing the whole time because I forgot I was a part of the play. Like when I was out in the audience and everybody was saying it, I was just like dying laughing because I forgot I was a part of the play. Oh, well, that's good.
I was laughing too when I was on stage. But you know, I'm supposed to be a positive person.
I like
Maggie, I did not see you.
Huh?
I like your little business
Thank
here.
you.
Oh, okay.
What did she say? What did she say? You know what? I'm so excited for you to take those pastries. You gotta do it. It's gonna be so funny.
I'm scared for when Frank's gonna fall. I think he's gonna fall on us.
We're all gonna laugh. Yeah, that's why we have to stand. Cup, is the 5 minutes over yet? Miss Cup, we didn't put a picture up there. Wait, where was that Tuesday? Is that the one we're on?
According to my watch,
what we're
that's
on.
5 minutes.
Are you always right about everything?
Usually.
Well, this time you got caught.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, just wait. They all see right through you.
Oh, they do. And what is it that they see?
That you brutally took Buck away from me. That's what.
Oh, yes. The last dramatic attempt to move your own guilt to someone else. Very clever, but very overdone. I think these people are way smarter than that.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay.
You know what? No. I can't. I'll go get them. I can't take any more of this.
Going somewhere, Mr. Delaney?
I was coming to get you. 5 minutes are up. We're trying to get this whole thing over with.
My watch must be slow. I show there's still 30 seconds remaining.
Well, my watch is on time. It has to be. People depend on the mail to be on time. And we are now 1 minute past our appointed deadline.
Yeah, well, our
Thank you for your accuracy. Well, are we ready?
Yes, we are. We
I
are
was
all-
actually talking to them. Well, are you ready? This is how we're going to do this. We're going to have each of these suspects right here, and when I place my head over their head, based on your applause, we will have our murderer. Are we ready?
Wait, I'm not so sure I like this.
Are you just beginning to realize the implications of what you've done?
No, that's not it at all. It's just that the last time I did something like this, I became the winner and the homecoming queen.
And a beautiful queen you were.
Thank you, Frank. But I'm not so interested in winning this little contest. I'm just afraid that they won't be impartial because people have always been just so attracted to me.
Can you believe her ego?
I assure you, Miss Marshall, that this is not a popularity contest and that our members out here will do everything in their power to be as impartial as they can and focus completely on the facts.
Are you positive?
Absolutely. Now, just have a seat. Frank,
What?
have a seat.
Why do I have to be in the first chair?
It really doesn't matter.
Well, if it doesn't matter, I'd like to sit on the other side of Connie.
Oh, for heaven's sake, I'll be first.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful.
Oh, my. What you get?
Mr. Delaney, are you okay?
I guess that means I'm last. I'm not
Yeah,
really
just sit down,
comfortable.
Junior.
Oh,
Are you okay, Mr. Delaney?
Oh, I think so.
Be careful.
Well-
guess you shouldn't have acted like that.
Now, we're going to start. We're going to start with Miss O'Toole. That's
And
more
I
like
thought you
it.
guys were smart.
Shall we proceed?
Don't let me stop you.
Miss Marshall.
Could you think that I could have killed my own future husband?
I guess you needed those acting lessons after all.
Mr. Delaney.
My own brother.
Miss Rogers. Well, there you have it. Mr. Delaney, what do you have to say for yourself?
I hate to disappoint you, but Mr. Delaney did not kill me.
What in the world?
Buck, you're not dead?
No, I'm not. Just a nasty lump on my forehead.
I do believe that we overlooked an important piece of information.
Yeah, that's right. No one checked the body.
I just want to throw it out there. Those two over there said it was against the law.
I just feel terrible about this. How could we have overlooked such an important piece of evidence? This is embarrassing.
I tried to tell you to make sure the body was actually dead, but no one listens to me.
Well, there's...
Of course.
So you're telling me you were just there the whole time?
Well, not the whole time. Just for a little bit.
So can you tell me what happened this morning?
Well, I got here very early in the morning so I could get working on Mr. Moore's car so that I could get a head start on my 1957 Chevy. But I was hungry, so I came into the cafe to get a donut, and I ran over to the table while I was reading one of the car's manuals. So I came back into my garage to get a hammer and screwdriver to go underneath the table and fix it, and I dropped the hammer when someone came in, and that was the last thing I remember.
This is amazing.
I feel like such a fool. I mean, to go through all of this and you're just under the table with a tiny bump on your head.
Yes.
What do you have to say for yourself?
Well, it's just not every day that you get to hear something like this, and I just couldn't interrupt.
I mean, it's kind of true.
So when did you decide to wake up and just hang out under the table?
When you guys were deciding whether or not to hurt my brother or not.
So was that when the inspectors came in?
Right about then, yeah.
That was an hour ago.
Yeah, I know. It was hard to stay still for that long.
Mr. Delaney, that was extremely deceptive of you.
Can I leave?
Don't you want to hear what happened?
Not really.
I surely do. Do you not know what you have put us
What?
through?
Wait! What? You're alive! Oh my God!
happening?
Yes, I'm alive.
Oh, just,
Alive and healthy. With
what a day. Wait until I tell you what happened.
Connie, you won't need to.
Why?
He has heard everything.
Yes. He was just under the table, you know, with a tiny little bump on his head.
What? You heard everything? Is
Ye-
this true?
Yes, but I just had to see how it all turned out.
I just can't believe
Connie,
this.
please.
No, why would you do that to
Connie,
me?
I'm sorry.
That's what he gets.
Okay. No one move.
Who are you?
I might be asking you the same question.
This is our entire police force.
I see.
Okay.
I got here just as soon as I heard the message. A murder, huh? Well, it's all under control now. None of you guys are going anywhere. Now, where's the victim?
Officer Cooper, you see.
I will get to the bottom of this, but first, I need to hear a full explanation of what exactly happened here.
Officer Cooper, I have no time to do that.
Come on, I'm counting on you for a little support here.
Thanks.
Cooper,
Not
just
giving
go
it
back to your
you.
fishing hole. There's nothing wrong here.
But I got an urgent call that there was a crime here at Connie's Cup of Coffee, and I plan to uphold justice.
It was all a big misunderstanding. Connie thought I was dead.
Is that true, Connie?
Yes, that's true. I thought he was dead, but he's not. Except he may need medical assistance in a few minutes.
What are you talking about?
She's just a bit upset with me. She'll be fine.
Well, if you're all sure.
We
There's
don't
only not even 10 meters.
Well, I better get back to the office. The work never ends to serve and protect. Have a nice day.
Yeah.
Why are you back?
Yeah, why?
And by the way, I may have to just confiscate these for just some illegal drugs,
Okay. Well, I guess we better be on our way.
Yes.
So you're just gonna leave and like, what about them?
Oh, yes, of course. I'm sorry. You can all go home now. Seems this little mystery is over. I do apologize for the oversight of the condition of the victim. It just goes to show that you can never be too careful and to turn over every stone.
This is very interesting, very stimulating. I better go back to my work. Bye.
Okay.
Okay.
Mr. Delaney, I hope you find a nice girl for yourself. Miss O'Toole, nothing. Miss Marshall, you have a lovely little cafe.
Thank you.
And Mr. Delaney, you are a very naughty boy.
Yes.
Have a nice life.
Good luck.
Oh, that's Mrs. Davis. I'll be right there, Mrs. Davis. I gotta go.
They're just gonna all leave, simultaneously walking out, apparently.
Well, shouldn't you? Don't you have mail to deliver?
I do, but it just doesn't seem right to leave without, you know.
Without what?
I don't know, it just seems rude and odd to just leave as if nothing happened, and yet we went through all of this.
Well, what do you suggest that we do?
I don't know, maybe like well, guess I should go get some mail to deliver. Maybe we could talk over coffee sometime. See you later.
Yeah. Well, I better get working on Mr. Moore's car. Do you forgive me, Connie?
Yes, I forgive you. Do you forgive me?
What are you talking about?
You heard everything, all the dreams I have planned.
It's okay to have dreams. Just fill me in on them next time.
Okay, I will. I promise I will. I do love you.
I love you too, Connie.
But before you go, just don't ever do anything like that to me again.
I'll keep note of it.
Okay. Well, now they're all gone. Where was I? Oh, yes, coffee and fresh rolls. I guess I better get started on that. Oh, wow. This is quite a wiggly table. I guess I should fix it myself. Oh, well, here's the problem. I just have to tighten this, and then I gotta hammer in the. Ah! I present to you Officer Cooper. Over the chairs. Next, we have the inspectors. Now we have Junior and Rona. And lastly, the Delaney brothers. The lights. And lastly, the director, Mrs. Cup.
Thank you. Did you guys have fun? Yes, they did such a wonderful job. I just want to say a few thank yous tonight, and then we're going to move into a section of our awards for all of these wonderful students. First, let me say thank you to all of you for coming out, for purchasing desserts. $250 for a cheesecake? Wow. That is some good cheesecake. But thank you for being a tremendous audience. The students had a lot of fun interacting with you during that question and answer period, so thank you for being such a tremendous audience. Thank you to Stephanie and Luke Wheeler for the wonderful coffee bar and desserts. It was delicious. A huge thank you to Forrest Scott, who helped us with sound and all these new fancy mics and all the lights. He really made this come together, so thank you to Forrest, and to Mr. Shirley and Mr. Henson for all the other little odds and ends that happen on the day of and helping get all of that together. Last, I want to thank Ryan Walters specifically, who is currently helping me, and that is why I'm saying a special thank you to Ryan. He is always willing to help, and he has just made all of this come together from staging to props. He found everything and brought it out, and it was just tremendous, so I am so thankful for Ryan. And to all of our students, it has been just such a busy season, and if you don't know, final exams are next week, and they pulled all of this off while studying for final exams, and they also, several of them were also just on a Bible quizzing trip. So they have put in a tremendous amount of effort to pull this off, and they did a fabulous job. A fabulous job. So at this time, I'm going to switch to talk about how fabulous they have done academically this year. So if we could please have the 7th and 8th grade come stand here for us tonight. We're going to hand out some awards. Just line up right here for me, please. Is Miss Layla here? She's still in the back? She left? Okay, well, we will get her awards. In the 7th grade, we'll start with 7th grade first. Miss Layla Bailey has a certificate in literature Yes, congratulations to her. Miss Kennedy Hinson has medals in general science, study skills, middle school literature, American history, family